Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. Welcome my all dear 3rd standard little champs once again in science lecture. My dear little champs, I hope that your internal test papers were good. You prepared well and I hope that you have written all the answers, you have submitted it to your teachers and now you are ready to get the results. So, as you know that your internal test was from the same portion which we completed before Diwali vacation. So, there was nothing new we have done in a while time. Now, there is no use of doing the revision, the same revision, because as you know that we have already done the internal test for the portion we have completed before vacation. That is chapter number 1 to 7. So, I hope that now you are all rejuvenated and you are now ready for the new portion to grasp the new topic and to understand the new topic. So, I request you all to sit with your textbook and the rough book, also a pencil in your hand. I repeat, before I start anything, I would request you to sit with your textbook and the rough book, also a pencil in your hand. Like as I know, 90% of the students have their textbook. The 10% of the students, those who are not having the textbook or are out of station, they can just note down the points. I ask you to do so in their rough book. First of all, I will just ask you to write down today's date, subject and chapter for those who are writing in the rough book. So what are we going to do actually is, we are going to start the new chapter, chapter number 8, birds. This is going to be really interesting and a very easy, or I should say easiest chapter you have. Yes, actually very easy for the students who are really interested in birds. It is just the chapter, a kind of general knowledge you will get for each type of birds. Like we had the knowledge of an animal, or I should say we had the knowledge of different types of animals, carnivores, herbivores, omnivores. Similarly, here in this chapter, the details regarding birds is given. So it is going to be really very easy. So first of all, what we are going to do in today's lecture is, today I will display the textbook on the screen. Not only that, but also I am going to underline the hard words. So today I am not going to first start with the explanation part. First I will underline the hard words and you will have to write that hard word particularly in your rough notebook. Also, if you want, you can just mark the hard word, underline the hard word in your textbook itself. But later, you will have to complete writing the hard words in your rough notebook and send it to your follow-up teachers. So, writing is must in today's lecture. I will request you to send it so, because we also are keeping the notes of the students who are doing the work on the regular basis. So, now I hope you are ready with your books, your textbook and your rough book. As I am going to display the book on the screen, you don't have to worry about whether you have the book or you don't have. Just your rough book should be there and the pencil in your hand. Let's get started. So my dear students, this is chapter number 8, which is on page number 78 of your textbook. So chapter number 8, birds. I hope now you are ready with the pencil. I will just read the concept, the chapter, and I will underline the hard words, or I can highlight the hard words in any way. Just make sure you are ready to write the hard words, as I am just going to repeat 3 times and then I will head forwards towards the next paragraph. So let's get started. Birds are various colors and sizes. Look at the picture given below. Label the parts of the bird correctly. Also write one word to describe each part. Okay. And what exactly we are going to get from this chapter is, we will learn about beaks, fit and close, how birds fly, feathers, nests of birds. So this is what we are going to know in this chapter. Now, students, I just want to know that how much do you know about the birds? As you can see that here one beautiful bird is given. Also, an empty space is given where you have to label. You have to just label this bird. What exactly the body part is, that is what you have to label here. So my dear students, let us label this. Now those who are having the textbook, they can just label it with the pencil in the textbook itself in this empty spaces given besides the picture. And the arrow is also given to show you that which part of this bird you have to label it. So let us label it. Now the first arrow go towards here. Now which part is this? Can we say mouth? Can we say teeth? No, birds don't have teeth. So what exactly it is? Now I am writing the answer here. It is called beak. It is called beak. B-E-A-K, beak. Here the second label we have to do. As you can see on both the sides, it is the arrow goes on both the sides. Can we say these are the hands of the birds? Birds don't have the hands. So what exactly it is? So those are the wings. Those are the wings. So let us write the answer. Wings. So I'm going to place it over here. Wings. I hope, my dear students, you also are labeling this. After completing this, we are going to start with the hard words of this chapter. As you know that in all the chapter, first I start with the objective hard words, so that you will be able to understand those words, and afterwards when I explain you the chapter, you will be able to understand the chapter more easily. Okay, now the third label we have to do is, as you can see, the point goes here. Now what exactly it is? The point goes towards the legs. But what part is this called from the leg? So let us label it here. It is called toe. Toe of the bird. Okay, beak, wings, toe. Now what about this last label? Now is this pointing towards the tree? Obviously not. Then what exactly it is? I have just zoomed in the picture so that you can see that these are the nails, right? But exactly for the birds, these are called claws. It is not C-L-O-S-E, it is C-L-A-W-S, claw. So you can call it claw in the plural, claws, right? So we have labeled this diagram very well. I hope that you too have labeled it properly. So let us see what is written here. Birds do not have teeth. So like I said, they have beaks. So let us learn about the beaks and the birds. Now my dear students, I am going to read and highlight the hard words. Whenever and wherever necessary, I will zoom in the photo and I will highlight the hard words. Just make sure that whenever I highlight the hard word, you have to immediately note it down in your rough notebook. Also I have to give the number 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So I hope that you have given the heading first of all in your rough notebook. If not, please give the heading hard words. Please give the heading hard words. So I am going to highlight the hard words here in the textbook itself. You will have to write it down one time in your rough notebook. Let's get started. A bird uses its beak to catch and eat food. Different birds have different kinds of beaks depending upon the food they eat. Birds such as sparrow and pigeon eat nuts and seeds. These birds have strong, short, and hard beaks that help them to crack open their food. So now here the two hard words for you. The first two hard words are sparrow and pigeon. Sparrow and pigeon are the first two hard words. SPARROW, sparrow. PIGEON, pigeon. Number one is sparrow and number two is pigeon. Also leave one line after each word. That is, after writing sparrow, number one, you will leave one line and then write number two, pigeon. PIGEON, pigeon. So I will just read it last time and then I will scroll down the page. Sparrow, pigeon. Those who are having the textbook, they can also mark in their textbook itself. Flesh-eating birds such as eagle, vulture, and hawk feed on small birds and animals. They have strong, sharp, and hooked beaks for tearing flesh. Now here two hard words are there for you. Vulture, hawk, HAWK, hawk. I hope that you are writing the hard words. You have to write the hard words and this session is for the hard words only. So, VULTURE, vulture. HAWK, hawk. So, number one was sparrow, number two was pigeon, number three vulture, and number four hawk. So, let us carry forward. Birds such as woodpecker have strong pointed beaks. Such beaks help them to poke holes into the hard tree trunks and pull out insects from holes. Hoopoe uses its beaks to look for the food inside existing tree holes. So, my dear students, here the hard words are woodpecker and the second hard word here is hoopoe. Actually, woodpecker will be the fifth one and hoopoe will be the sixth hard word. Please write it down. Woodpecker and hoopoe. So, hoopoe will be number 6th hard word. WOODPECKER, woodpecker. HOOPOE, hoopoe. So, these are the name of birds. Okay. Now, the next paragraph. Water birds such as duck and goose have broad and flat beaks. These birds take in muddy water with insects, worms and plants using their beaks. Okay, here the hard words are goose and worms. See, there are two spelling for warm. One is WARM, that means hot. This one is WORM, that means insects. Small worms, earthworms are there. I'll show you the photo while I will explain you the chapter. So number 7 will be goose and number 8 will be worms. GOOSE, goose. I hope students you are writing each and every hard word. Number 8 is WORMS, worms. Okay, the next paragraph. Birds such as sunbird and hummingbird suck nectar from flowers. They have long and pointed beaks which help them to suck nectar. Okay, here the hard word is hummingbird. The hard word is hummingbird. HUMMING, humming, BIRD, bird. This is the compound word, that is combination of two words, humming plus bird, hummingbird. So this will be number 9th, hummingbird. And number 10th on this page is nectar. NECTAR, nectar. I hope students you are writing the hard words, or at least you are underlining it in your textbook, so that once the lecture gets over you can write it down in the rough book and send it to your follow-up teachers. Okay, so 10 hard words we got on one page. Let us turn the page. Now coming on to the topic feet and claws. Let us read and highlight the hard words here. Birds have 2 feet, usually with 4 toes on each. They use their feet to walk and hop around as well as to catch and hold food. Flesh-eating birds such as eagle and vulture have very sharp claws called talons. Okay, here the hard word is talons. I hope students you are writing this hard word talons, TALONS, talons. This is 11th hard word. I am even giving you the numbers so that you don't get confused. Talons is the 11th hard word in this chapter. Using these talons, they pick up small animals such as toads, mice and rats. Okay, so here the hard word is toads. Toads. This is number 12th. TOADS, toads. Means the young one of frogs. Anyways, I am going to explain each and everything in detail while I am going to explain you the chapter. Okay, next. Perching birds such as crow, sparrow, pigeon and parrot use their feet to hold onto the tree branches and sit on them. This is called perching. Okay, now please highlight another hard word, perching. This might be the new word for you. Anyways, please highlight this one, perching. PERCHING, perching. Scratching birds such as hen and peacock have sharp claws to dig the ground. A peacock also digs out food using its toes. Continuing, climbing birds such as woodpecker have 2 toes pointing in the upward direction and 2 toes in downward direction. This helps these birds to climb up and hold on to the trees. Water birds such as duck and goose have webbed feet that help them to swim in the water. Okay students, the next hard word is 13th hard word is webbed feet. It is 14 actually. 14th hard word is webbed feet. So underline and write down the hard word in your rough book. 15th hard word is webbed feet. Okay, it is WEBBED, webbed feet. The front toes of these birds are joined by the skin, giving them a flat appearance. This helps them to push water while swimming. Next page. Water birds such as the heron, stork and crane can walk through water. This is called wading. So, please underline and write the hard word heron and wading. Again, wading has two spellings, but here it is WADING, wading. So I hope you are writing these two, 16th and 17th hard word, heron and wading. Wading birds have long legs with spread out toes that help them walk in water. So my dear students, I hope that you are underlining and writing the hard words with me. Why am I doing this is because I can also give you the hard words in the different way, just the written hard words. But this way you also will read the lesson with me once. Not only that, but also you will be able to write the hard words. So two things are happening at once. Now skipping this exercise as we have not understood the lesson yet, let us continue with the next topic, how birds fly. Birds fly with the help of wings. Wings are joined to the body with strong muscles that help them to move. These muscles help the bird to move its wings. To fly, a bird flaps its wings both in the upward and downward directions. These strokes are called upstroke and downstroke respectively. Just one hard word here, flap. You can either write in the plural form or in the singular form, flap or flaps. Flaps, FLAPS, flaps. This is 18th hard word, I suppose, in this chapter. Okay, the next page, feathers. A bird's body and wings are covered with many feathers. There are three kinds of feathers: body feathers, down feathers, flight feathers. Body feathers covers a bird's body. Down feathers are fluffy and soft. They keep the bird warm. Flight feathers are found mainly on the wings and are meant for flying. Nests of birds. Birds build nests using leaves, straws, twigs, wool, cotton and thread. Birds take care to build their nests in places safe from enemies and bad weather. Okay, here the hard word is enemies. Here the hard word is enemies. We can see birds' nests on trees, on the terraces or of buildings, and sometimes even on ceiling fans. The next hard word is ceiling. I hope, my dear students, you have written enemies. After that, the next hard word is ceiling. CEILING, ceiling. Birds build their nests mostly to lay eggs. In them, it is in the nests that their egg hatch and the chicks stay till they are old enough to fly. Birds keep their young ones safe and warm in the nest. Let's peep into the nests of some birds. The tailor bird uses its beak like a needle to sew leaves together to build a nest. It also uses materials such as thread and wool to sew the leaves. Okay, here the hard word is sew. S-E-W, sew. Please write it down, S-E-W, sew. These all the hard words you will have to write it down in the rough book and submit it to your follow-up teachers today itself. The next is, the weaver bird uses its beak to weave pieces of leaves, grass or twigs to build a nest. The nest has an opening through which the bird enters. So the nest has an opening through which the bird can enter in that. The woodpecker uses its beak to pick into tree trunks and make a hole for a nest. Penguins live in very cold places. Since it is difficult to find twigs, grass or straw in such places, penguins collect stones and pebbles and make their nests on the ground. So, I hope, my dear students, you have underlined and written the hard words. That's all for today's lecture. In today's lecture, you just labeled the diagram given on the first page and then we have underlined and written the hard words. Now, I hope that you will send your hard words, written hard words in the rough book to your follow-up teachers. At last, I would like to say thank you for watching the lecture. Stay safe, keep following all the lectures and keep sending your work to the follow-up teachers without fail. Have a nice day. Goodbye.